HDR Insights Article 1, High Dynamic Range, Introduction and Benefits. An introduction to high dynamic range. The industry has been constantly working towards improving the user experience in terms of video content consumption. The efforts have been multi-pronged, and one of the key areas so far has been to focus on higher resolutions. While 10 years ago, HD was a big thing, 4K has now become a common resolution in many production workflows. 4K is also delivered to consumers in many scenarios, though it needs to penetrate better, especially on the broadcast side. Industry is now at a stage where it needs to decide what will bring the next significant improvement in user experience. Some of the key contenders are: higher resolution, going to 8K, higher frame rate, use more of 50 frames per second or 100 frames per second, wider color range. HDR high dynamic range. Tests have been conducted by many organizations including IRT, EBU, etc., and they conclude that high dynamic range probably offers a higher improvement in quality of experience compared to other technological improvements. Benefits of high dynamic range. The holy grail of quality is reproducing a video experience on user's display device as close as possible to what a human being will perceive when they watch the same scene in nature with their eyes. While this still is an ambitious goal, HDR brings us closer to the reality by offering a wider brightness range very close to human perception range, and thereby a more realistic experience. It is known that human visual system is more sensitive towards brightness than colors, and for the same reason we have color spaces like YUV420, YUV422 that does subsampling for color but retain the brightness information for all the pixels. Regular SDR standard dynamic range monitors available in the market have a range of 1 to 400 nits candela per square meter, while high dynamic range allows the representation range of 0 to 10,000 nits, which is a significantly wider range of brightness than offered by static dynamic range devices. Currently, available high dynamic range TVs have a range of up to approximately 2,000 nits. Wider brightness range in high dynamic range simply means that the brightness of each pixel can be more accurately represented rather than being transformed, with a higher quantization factor resulting into inaccurate pixel representation, poor quality. The quality improvement with HDR is usually more visible in plain areas with gradients where minor degradation is easily perceived by human eyes. In essence, HDR means more accurate pixels in terms of their brightness. Definitions. CDM2, the candela CD is the base unit of luminous intensity in the International System of Units SI, that is, luminous power per unit solid angle emitted by a point light source in a particular direction. A common wax candle emits light with a luminous intensity of roughly 1 candela, nits, a non-SI unit used to describe the luminance. 1 nit equals 1 candela per square meter. HDR, high dynamic range. It is a technology that improves the brightness and contrast range in an image up to 10,000 candela per square meter. SDR, standard dynamic range. It refers to the brightness and contrast range that is usually available in regular, non-HDR televisions, usually with range of up to 100 candela per square meter. This term came into existence after high dynamic range was introduced. Thank you for listening to our podcast. For more details, visit our website to find extra resources.